hang of this one, Batsy. A few jailhouse tats, gang initiations, drug abuse. He'll come out a fully functioning criminal. Just what Gotham needs.
Oh boy. Shut up, Joe. Alright. So, what is this clue? There's a clue, something on that.
Day 25, October 30th. Got my hands on this.
Oh, Batman, you've barely begun to solve my conundrums. In fact, Gotham remains riddled with them. I've been waiting for years to use that one.
Let's get it from you.
Thanks, Batman. I didn't think we were gonna make it back there.
Okay, let's do Riddler's last few puzzles. Done.
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
Getting inside the building.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective, a dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it.
Ah.
That's one, Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. Look at you, Detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. You know, Detective, if I'd rigged that grapple point to detach, you could be dead in a moment.
Yeah, but whatever.
But where would the satisfaction be in that? You will be your own downfall, Detective. I have no doubt. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's Stances of Freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friends? wanted you to destroy the
Scrappy,
robots.
you
I
do.
did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there. Don't think I haven't been tempted by a cheap trick and a quick death, Detective. But no, I will beat you fairly. I will let you test yourself against me and laugh as you fall short.
I really need to turn back all that. If I do.
Excellent. You are barely keeping up to the precise my equations predict. Careful on your way out.
Oh, come on. So it's like a...
Hey, Eddie. Can't we play a different game? This one's getting old.
Let's see. So it's an A.
Can you trust him, Catwoman? Trust.
This.
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating.
Alright, got it.
And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key. Well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Excuse me. Oh, God.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
Oh, Lord. Where's the Batmobile? Oh, Lord. Allergies are acting up. Alright, Riddler, I'm out of here.
I have always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities, marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swoon. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Okay, back to the orphanage we go.
Selena's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
Oh crap! It's Batman! Get us out of here!
I don't know why he chose the orphanage.
Progress. Bristol District. Looking bad down there. Over.
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Oh boy, this.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
The gap in the wall? I could reach it with a pounce.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls?
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Okay.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist.
Really, Eddie? Really, you gotta be a dick like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I started there. Where the fuck am I? I don't even know where I am. So I started at the corner. Went up 2, 3, went down 1.
Nearly there, Selena.
What's next for Batman?
Done on this side.
Did that hurt, Catwoman? Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you.
Congratulations! And now your reward. Robot!
Oh boy, I've always wanted a robot.
All yours. Such a gentleman. Take it out.
Fine. The key. Take the key. I suppose you just about earned it.
One more key.
Seriously, Eddie, how much longer is this going to take?
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for him beneath Ranelagh Ferry Terminal is my greatest trial.
Okay.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get to you.
Eddie is an idiot, but he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate you cleaning it up. But just be careful while you do it, okay?
Okay. Probably gonna get another smart mouth from Joker now.
This is your chance with Catwoman, Batsy. She's vulnerable, trapped in an abandoned orphanage. That sure spells romance to me. Speaking of which, I went back to the afterlife to check on Talia, and, well, we got to talking about how you basically murdered us both. She started crying, so to comfort her, and, well, before I knew it, one thing led to another, and, you know. Thing is, Tally and I just want you to be happy. I tell the little pussycat how you feel while you still can, Batsy. 'Cause when I take over your body and lock you away in a tiny little corner of your mind, I'll kill her first.
Alright. Alright, calm down. Already going about killing one. Alright, let's continue with these Riddler ones, man. Because we got a lot of...
Ranelagh Ferry Terminal.
I just
Okay,
noticed how
Riddler.
much we're
This
missing.
game ends now.
Super eject on, so I was gonna eject out of my car. So, what plan do you have now?
This is it, Dark Knight. We're done. Well, you're done for, at least. I must admit that I'm feeling quite charitable at the moment of my triumph, so I will give you a choice. Rather than carry on towards your humiliation and death, I will simply let you drive away in return for a signed statement testifying towards my superior intelligence and conceding that I have utterly checkmated you. Oh, the cat will remain a hostage, of course. A symbol of your failure.
Yeah, okay. The cat will remain a hostage. No thanks. I'll see to it that she gets free.
My, you're actually going to attempt it. Very well. But this is my finest work, Detective. My masterpiece, my Enigma Resistance. So, let us take that inexplicably life-sized children's toy for its final drive. This is it, Dark Knight. Your Tudoberg, your Bay of Pigs, your ultimate defeat. That's it, Detective. Drive faster, drive headlong into defeat.
I'm supposed to be intimidated.
Behold your doom. What? Impossible! That cannot be! You should have followed to your death. I calculated the curvature precisely. I've got the equations right here.
I got the equations right here.
I don't understand. How are you still alive? Oh, of course. You got lucky, didn't you? It was luck. Luck! The kindly lifeguard of the idiot. I can hardly factor luck into my equations now, can I? I'm not a homeopath. Farewell, Dark Knight. No! This isn't right. This isn't possible. This isn't happening. I am the Riddler, and you shall not defeat me!
Blake.
Since you cannot even be counted on to kill yourself, I will do it for you. I'm controlling the mechanisms now. Controlling mechanisms.
So you're revolted.
You'll make a mistake. Of course you will. I know you will.
Well. I'm probably gonna fail.
Make your peace, Dark Knight. This really is it. It has to be.
Fuck.
Stop not dying! Dark Knight, don't waste my time. It's several times more precious than yours. Woo! You did it. The key. Now you collect the key. Those are the rules, and I have to follow the rules, don't I? I set them after all.
Alright, so it's a Z.
Okay, almost there.
Literally made it with milliseconds to spare, dude. Okay, so... Okay, so...
Do you think he's smart enough, Cat? Do you feel lucky, Catwoman? You shouldn't, because it's a form of...
And here we go.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's it. No more.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You are now free. Free to take my final exam. To take my final exam.
Eddie, I didn't know you'd started cheating. I'm disappointed.
I didn't know you started cheating.
I dissemble. I artfully obfuscate. But I do not cheat. As you and Batman will discover when you attempt my final riddle room. Riddle room.
Let's get out of here, Batman. Cannot believe I actually beat it in mere milliseconds, dude. Mere milliseconds. Anything further would have lost.
Do you have a photographic memory, Detective? Because I do. I can summon your sneering features at will. That is when they don't burst unbidden into my brain. I have perfect recall, too. I can remember every time you've hurt me. Sometimes I wake up, Dark Knight, to the feel of your hands
Riddler feels
around
like
my
he's
neck,
like
your
a
carbon
nerd that was
fiber-coated
bullied
fists
by
smashing
Batman.
into my solar
Now
plexus.
exactly revenge.
How dare you brutalize me? Me! Your intellectual superior. You're better. Me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and the world's greatest everything. You're a thug, Detective, a bullying emblem of the arrogant notion that might makes right. Come back to the orphanage, where I will end you and the unjust things you stand for.
There we go. Alright. Back to the orphanage we go.
Now's my chance to free Selina from the orphanage. This sick game has gone on long enough.
Agreed, sir. Best of luck.
I feel like Alfred's just getting tired of that shit. It's like, I'm going to the orphanage and ending this game. Well, alright, good luck to you.
Be nice if Scarecrow got one of those freaking billboards and apologized for gassing us. What is all this stuff? Pollen?
These aren't pollen, these are spores.
He spends all night looking.
How have you been?
Perfect. Eddie hasn't said a word since you left that last course. Do you ever rub people the right way?
They never ask nicely.
This is it. One last hoop to jump through. Then I'm free to rob Gotham blind. I mean, you know, make sure everyone got out. I'll check the art galleries first.
You forced this contraption on my brain? That's a riddle here.
No, Dark Knight, you're way off the mark. The mark.
No, you way off to shut. Is it
Meet the Riddle Square, a puzzle which draws influence from both late 20th century puzzle cubes and mid 15th century torture devices.
If Eddie wanted us to play life-size chess, he could have left us more pieces.
I don't think that was the idea.
What do you mean password reject?
Riddle me this. How can you play my game when you've already been barred?
Play my.
What was the riddle that it gave me? It gave me a riddle.
Hi, diddle, detective. I see you've begun pitting that mediocre mind of yours against my riddles. I had plenty of time to conceive them, Batman. When you left me battered and demeaned in Arkham City. I am the Riddler, Batman. I don't suffer humiliation. I pay it back. So solve my riddles if you can. They'll be very important later. A bat uses these to see at night. She stands and overgrown a bat. Hope shines bright.
Oh, good. He doesn't want us to go in. Guess I'll be heading home then, Eddie?
There'll be a way in.
There was a riddle here.
Perhaps you're looking at this conundrum the wrong way. You can't go through it, children. And no, you cannot tunnel under it either.
Don't know what it's asking of me. I'm pretty sure I got a riddle like here.
Bones stripped bare
Oh.
Friends, a former warden who, the League of Us, are you You forced this contraption over my brain. I'll reward you with punishment, debasement, and pain.
Huh. Continue on with the widow because we're taking way too long with Riddler. I'm getting annoyed right now.
Can you find a way in? We need to stop some of the cubes from moving when I fire the charge.
I'm guessing that'd be my job.
This guy here. There we go.
Congratulations! Now let's cut to the best part.
Selina, watch out! Get ready!
Damn him. How is that a riddle, Eddie? Seriously.
You get used to it.
Ah, beginner's luck. Let's intensify proceedings.
So 2.
will not win this!
That. Do this one. Yeah, the Riddler's pretty pathetic.
It's still not a riddle, Eddie.
You just haven't figured it out yet.
This is it. This is the end. The final riddle.
Okay. This one should be easy.
It's done. Keys by the entrance. Let's go.
You smooth talker, you. Give me a second to compose myself. Would you do the honors? You know what the worst thing about this was? It looked cheap. Well, handsome, what are we waiting for? So is it just Central Gotham that's evacuated? Or are the mansions empty too?
Scarecrow threatened the entire city, Selina.
And it's such a tragedy. You go save the day, and I'll make sure Bruce Wayne locked his doors.
Good luck with that.
Oh. That broke it.
Cheater! You fraud! Chancing, bumbling amateur! Look what you have reduced me to, Batman! If you cannot simply bow down when confronted with your obvious superior, then I will stoop to your pathetic pugilistic level and make you!
Here you go.
I designed this suit to perfectly defend myself against your violent excesses. So please understand, Dark Knight, that this is an intellectual victory above all.
You spoil me.
Can't think and hit at the same time. Fight like you have half a brain.
Be my guest.
ready to be vaporized? Enough! This is beneath me. You are beneath me. You want to finish this, detective? Then you must earn the privilege.
Solve every last riddle in this city and I'll fight you, Batman, but not a moment before.
Or we could just leave you down there, Eddie. Come on, Batman. This cat wants to prowl.
Yeah, I'm literally just leaving you down there. I am not doing your fucking 247 riddles. You can suck my massive bat dick.
Fresh air, freedom, and darkness. Perfect. How should we celebrate? I know a couple of poor, defenseless museums. But then again, I also know a couple of hotels.
Tonight's not over yet. There's more work to be done.
Of course there is. You do know how to kill the mood. Do you ever take the night off? Do you ever take the suit off?
Not on nights like this, Selina. It's what I do.
Fine. I guess I'll hit an art gallery or two, while the big bad bat's distracted.
You're not going to thank me?
Why? It's what you do.
Well, at least the Riddler's missions are done with, for now. But I'm not doing his fucking